Referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Shahrukh Amin is the home team. He'll flip the coin. Heads is the call.
It is tail.
It is tails. Shahrukh won the toss. So what have you decided to do and why?
Looking to bowl first. T10 game, short of the format. We look to chase, obviously. So that's our philosophy. We're going to go by it.
Right, new tournament, new game. What's your combination look like?
New kit as well, new look. We're almost the same team as we are in the whole season. We just have a couple of new names, Qamar Rawan coming in and Shahid Bhutta coming in, but that's it.
Right, what do you think is a good total to defend?
I feel like, you mean chase? Yeah. We'd be looking to defend. We'd be looking to restrict them anywhere until 100. I think 10 and over in a T10 game is very much chaseable, especially in these flat tracks. So we'd be looking to restrict them until 100 runs.
Right, all the best and give us a good game.
Thank you very much.
Heather? टॉस आपके फेवर में नहीं गया, आपने क्या डिसाइड किया था?
बिस्मिल्लाह, इससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट है. अगर आप पहले बैटिंग भी कर रहे हो तो कोई नहीं, मतलब हमारी टीम बहुत बैलेंस है, बैटिंग भी बहुत अच्छी और बॉलिंग भी. तो अगर हमारी पहले बैटिंग भी आती है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
पहली गेम बड़ी अच्छी हुई थी और उससे क्या सीखने को मिला?
यही कि एक तो बाउंड्री बहुत छोटी और दूसरे नंबर पे एज यू नो कि पिच बहुत अच्छी हैं, तो मतलब डजंट मैटर इफ वी वांट बैट फर्स्ट, इफ वी वांट बॉल फर्स्ट.
कितना टारगेट लग रहा है आपको अच्छा होगा?
इंशाल्लाह 130 तक जाएंगे. जिस तरह का पिच है तो इंशाल्लाह जिस तरह की हमारी बैटिंग है तो हम 130 तक इंशाल्लाह करेंगे.
और कोई चेंजेस हैं टीम में आज?
नहीं, सेम टीम है.
ऑल द बेस्ट और अच्छा गेम दीजिए.
थैंक यू.
Well, that's the news from the centre. Then Z Games winning the toss and electing to bowl first.
Right, so the news from the centre is Z Games have won the toss, elected to bowl first. Those are the playing 11, the lineups for the two sides, 7 districts and Z Games. And to talk about that, I've been joined by Faizan Khan.
Well, let's talk about Z Games first because they've won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. Faisal Altaf, Furqan Khalil. There's Kamran Atta, the man in form. He was brilliant in the last tournament. There's Mobeen Ali, Nilansh Keswani, a brilliant bowler. Qamar Rawan in form again. Ronak Panoli has been brilliant for his side. Safir Tariq has been very, very good. Sardar Behzad. There's Shahid Bhutta and Shahrukh Amin, the captain of the side. For 7 districts, it's the same team, and tell you all about it. Shoaib is with me.
Well, yes, Abdul Ghaffar, he's the man to watch out for. Ataur Rahim can bat, so they've got a mix of youth and experience. Lahiru Sandarwan, also a part of that playing 11. Mohammad Kashif, Mohammad Sagir, Mohammad Irfan. Rais Ahmed, he had a great game yesterday for 7 districts. Scored a good quick-fire 50 and much more. And Wahab Hassan completes the playing 11 for 7 districts. So we are all set for the first ball to be bowled. It is going to be Umar Farooq, the umpire, who will be signalling let's play. And we are just moments away from the first ball being bowled here.
There you go. He's getting the bowler ready. He's getting the batter ready. And let's play, he says. So first game, first ball in the second game, in fact, on the way. Oh, beauty. Jaffer, we haven't seen a delivery like that all day long.
Well, that was definitely one of the best deliveries that you would see. It just took off once it hit the deck. And Rais was surprised and so were we.
Absolute goal. Outside the off stump. Just back of the length. Nothing. Giving nothing away. The bowler there, Shahid. Brilliant start to the over. But that'll open the eyes of the batter. Rais wasn't in form in the last tournament. And I was talking to him at the presentation yesterday, and he said that he's glad that he got those 59 runs in very quick time in just 21 deliveries in the last game. Overhauled the total of 107 in just 5.4 overs. You were commenting. I did the first 5 overs and I thought still 27 runs required and it'll take a while to get there. But they got there in just 4 deliveries.
Oh yes, that was a brilliant innings from Rais. And he'll want to repeat that tonight as well. Shahid, on the other hand, started off well, but he's bowled that one outside off. Would want to correct that. Oh, nice, quick. And some extra bounce again from Shahid. Hits the gloves of Rais. They will get only one.
Yeah, very good start to the over. Minus that wide. He's been bowling back of the length, getting some purchase of the wicket as well. Under the lights, the wicket behaves a little differently. There's nothing much in the wicket, mind you. It's a batting-friendly wicket again. And we saw that in the first innings as well. where the Kings started off with a blast, 51 of just 3.1 overs, and then they were well restricted by the opposition elite fleet, winning the game comfortably in the end. 127 runs were scored, in case you missed out on that game in the first innings. So a similar score would be required here by the Sevens as well. And if Rais goes the way he went yesterday, I have no doubts in my mind that this is going to be another game where a lot of runs are scored in the first innings.
Well, one thing is for clear, 120 plus should be a good score. Anything less than that, it's... Oh, that is a clean hit. What a shot from Irfan. It was not a bad ball, but he's clobbered that over long on and it's gone for a maximum. Brilliantly hit. First ball, and he's hit that for a 6. What a shot. Look at that. Front foot nicely planted and a full swing of the bat.
Yeah, absolutely amazing from Irfan. He took some time getting going yesterday, but today he started with a first ball 6 here. It wasn't a bad ball by any means. He just got to free his arms. And what we've seen of him since yesterday, I know that he's predominantly a leg side player. And again, goes across the body, trying to go towards mid-wicket once again. Shadow practicing that uppercut. That would have been a better shot there.
Yes, should have played it towards the offside. And we've seen this from Irfan. He does favour the onside. Every ball that is bowled at him, his first instinct is to play it towards the onside. If he can just improve on his game on the off, I think he'll become an even more better batter and he'll be a force to reckon with.
Absolutely. He has the wares to do that. He can be devastating. Hits those big sixes. Will be interesting to watch how Shahid corrects his bowling here. And again, it was in the slot, inside edge. That's going to go for a boundary here.
Lucky escape for Irfan. Again, just favouring that onside, trying to go big towards the mid-wicket. Gets an edge. That could have crashed into the stumps as well. But he's definitely lucky as the ball has raced away towards the fine leg fence. And the fine leg fielder inside the 30-yard circle. What do you think about that, Faizan?
Well, I think with no protection down on the ground with smaller boundaries, I think that is the only option for the bowlers up front. If they keep it outside the off stump, 1 or 2 might go like this, but generally it is a good ploy. Rather than keeping the third man up, you should keep the fine leg up, although the third man and the fine leg both are up inside the circle right now. And there's a long on the boundary, there's a square leg on the boundary. That's also a good ploy against someone like Irfan because he favours that leg side.
Yes, but then if you're bowling outside off, I think you need some protection there. That's a good ball. Luckily, no bat involved. 12 runs in the first over for 7 districts. Well, it's an ITW Prod G and TPD 360 LLC production. The fan code A10 Bash 2023, brought to you by these two companies working together. It's going to be Nilanj Keswani to bowl the second over. I would have started off with him.
Yeah, why not? He's done that time and again. Even in the last tournament that he played, he was pretty good in that D10. Bulls up front. Rais would take a liking to him though. He likes to hit it big with the spinner coming in. If he's able to free his arms, I have no doubt that this is going to be a very good start for the Sevens here.
Short and wide, and this is a poor start from Nilanj Keswani. And rightly punished by the man in form, places it in the gap for 4.
Yeah, you can't bowl it there. You need to get some purchase of the wicket. We've seen spinners doing pretty well on this wicket, compared to the pacers at least. But a good start to the over for Rais. He was a force to reckon with yesterday. We have mentioned this before as well. 21 ball 59 yesterday from him. Chasing 107 as if it was nothing. Good ball. Very good ball.
Watch out for the one that comes in from the Nilanj Keswani. That's a good comeback. Making room for himself. That was risky because the ball was very close to the leg stump.
Straight to hand, unfortunately. A little bit to the left or the right, it would have been 4 more. But straight to hand. Good start for Nilanj Keswani. First ball 4, then 2 dot balls. But this is a decent start for Z Games here in their first game of this tournament. Nilanj Keswani continues. And this has been hoiked away towards the leg side. There's no fielder there. That's a poor ball because you have got no protection whatsoever towards square leg and you're bowling it on the pads to someone like Raees. You're going to get punished.
Yes, not bowling to his plan, and definitely he's not got the rhythm, and that is making it a lot easier for Raees to get those boundaries in. Needs to be a lot more accurate. Goes full, one hand off the bat. And it'll cross the ropes for 4 runs. So a mistimed hit, but it is the man who's got a lot of confidence and he's backing his skills. Gets it in the right area and he's got 4 runs.
Yeah, big man losing out on his bat there. Not the first time we've seen this. Sandeep lost out on his bat a couple of times in the first game as well. Possibly it's because of the dew out there. And goes towards the offside again. This time he finds the gap again. And it's a very expensive over coming into an end for Nilanj Keswani. 4 fours off it. 16 runs from the over. 2 overs gone. It's 28 without loss. Raees has started big again. Well, Maiko are the partners for this tournament, and this is the app where you can follow your cricket. You can also earn if you download the app. Yeah, you can get some cash on the app Maiko, so download it right away on iOS and Android as well, and that is why they say watch it, earn it, own it for all your sporting needs. Brilliant app, works in Pakistan, rest of the world as well. So floating power play being taken as Umar Farooq signals for the same. It's 2 overs gone, 28 without loss, and why not? I think it's a good ploy taking the 3rd over as the floating power play in the first innings. As Shahid comes in, this is up in the air. Irfan doesn't like going on the offside. It's an easy take as Kamarawan takes it. First wicket down. Irfan goes back to the pavilion after making 10 of 5 deliveries. It's 28 for 1 here.
Well, on the very first ball, Shahid has been smart to keep it outside off and hasn't got the connection right. A lot of elevation but no distance. And Kamarawan settling underneath it nicely and takes that catch. Will be the first wicket down for 7 districts. Irfan will have to walk back. So the new man in at number 3 for 7 districts is the left-handed Ataur Rahim. Replaces a left-handed batter in the middle. Good plan this to keep that left-hand, right-hand combination on for 7 districts.
Well, Irfan looks so good on the leg side when he's hitting those shots on the leg side. But somehow he will have to work on his game towards the offside as well. You can't keep on hitting through the leg side all the time. This was a ball that was there in the slot to be hit on the offside in the covers. Just couldn't connect. Because, again, down on one knee, his wrists went towards the leg side. Nonetheless, new batter, new ball, swing and a miss, nicely bowled.
Good start to the over from Shahid, first a wicket. And now this one just beating Ataur Rahim. And the ball lands into the hands of the keeper there. So he's making sure that he bowls it away from the batters and keeps it on the offside.
Brilliant ball. Nicely bowled. What a start for Shahid in this game. He's given away just 12 runs. He has picked up a wicket. Hasn't given away anything in the first 3 balls of this over. Brilliant start.
Yes, consistency is Shahid's last name. At least that's what we can say in the 3 deliveries that he's bowled so far. Has kept it outside off and has learned from his previous mistakes. So that is good. You need to keep adapting. There's no harm in making mistakes, but making the same mistakes again and again is not acceptable.
Father's Day is just around the corner. You remind me of him. A single of the inside edge on the 4th ball of this over. What a wonderful over. And how many times, Shoaib, we've seen this, that the floating power play goes against the batting unit?
Well, you're never a fan of that power play being taken in the 3rd over, especially when you've got a new batter in there in the middle out there. So clearly, it has not worked in their favour so far. Maybe now, since you've got Race on strike, they might fancy a few big hits.
Well, the way Shahid is going, I think Race is better off playing him with concentration, not trying to go for big shots. This is too high, I believe. Wide given by the umpire, is it? I think it is. The reaction from Raees actually felt as if it was wide. Yeah, run added to the total here.
That was way too high. Almost beat Kamran Atta. He had to jump to collect that. So he'll have to bowl that last ball again. And we've seen this quite a few number of times. When you bowl an extra, that last ball can hurt your spell. Is that going to be the case? And let's find out. No, that's a good delivery. Outside off, full, and no chance for Raees to get bat onto ball. 3 overs bowled, it's 29 for 1. So I'd like to thank our sponsors. One of them, Dafa News. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, all the sponsors have been brilliant, haven't they?
Oh, yes.
In this great facility with some very good players coming together. You know, the crew, the broadcast, everyone is involved in bringing you this wonderful first ever A10 Bash, fan code A10 Bash, live from Ajman Eden Gardens. Thanks going out to Ajman Cricket Council as well with this, the way this tournament has been organized. It's very important for players to have this kind of exposure with live broadcast matches coming in from the Ajman Cricket Council. Brilliant to see. That gives you the confidence of being on the screen as well. New bowler Faisal comes into bowl. This has been drilled down the ground. Hammered, in fact, all along the carpet. 4 more.
First ball, nice welcome from Atta to Faisal. Fuller delivery, drilled straight down the ground. Yeah, high backlift. That is very impressive from Atta Rahim. Was very prolific for Abu Dhabi in the D series a couple of seasons back. Has been MIA since then, missing in action.
I knew that one.
Now just for our viewers, I'm sure you know everything.
Not everything. I don't know about your love life. This one has been played towards the leg side. It's even better. 6 signals the fielder. 6 it is. Wonderful shot. Just swirling on the foot and helping it on its way. Beautiful.
Oh yes, nicely pulled. First straight down the ground and now towards the square leg. That's a very good shot from Ataur Rahim. And pressure straight away on Faisal, who's been hit for 2 boundaries back to back. Well, you have a very keen interest in my personal life.
I thought you had forgotten all about it.
No, I haven't. Slower delivery there.
You're one of my better friends. I want to know everything about you. Why not?
Yeah, we are spending too much time together.
Yeah, single on the 3rd ball of the over. Very expensive over. Let's get back to cricket here. We can sort
Our
all
differences
issues a little later. 3.3 overs gone, 40 for 1. Decent start. Until the time Rais is there, anything can happen in this game.
Yes, and that left-hand, right-hand combination also is playing with the bowler's mind and his rhythm, especially Faisal now being hit for 2 boundaries. Slower delivery. Wanted to play that but doesn't get enough connection. Rais. Good ball there from Faisal.
Yeah, he wanted to murder that. The way he got into position quickly and gave it his everything. Just came off the inside half of the bat. Decent comeback by the bowler Faisal here. After 10 runs on the first 2 balls, he's given away just 2 singles. And again, it's very important to notice what Shoaib said a little while back when he said at least 120 is required. They're going at that pace as of now. This is outside the off stump. Nicely played up and over the infield. This is going to go towards the boundary for another 4. So a very good over coming in for the Sevens. They are on the 7th heaven.
Well, yes, they are definitely getting there. Slower and outside off. And another genius out there in the middle. One in the com box as well.
It's not a good thing to call you yourself a genius.
I wasn't. But I'll take that compliment.
Certainly, you are. No doubt about that.
We are back to our ways again. Meanwhile, fuller delivery. This one's been played straight down the ground. And will be a single to end the over. So a successful over for 7 districts as they are on 7th heaven. 4 overs bowled. It's 46 for 1.
New bowler, Ronak Panoli comes into bowl, swept away. Nicely done, straight to the fielder though. Atha has started well. He's on 18 of 9 deliveries here. And Rais is going to be on strike once again. 18 for him. This time he's taken 11 deliveries. Yesterday he was off to a flyer. Today it's some good bowling coming in from Z Games here. 7s, although looking decent as of now, going at around 12 runs per over. 4.1 overs, 47. Only a wicket down. And hit him at the Voldemort of body parts. That one that cannot be named.
Oh yes. Quite a few hit in that zone since yesterday. Some turn available for Ronak Panoli. But this time he no turn, makes room and plays it straight down the ground. Rais has hit it cleanly and that's hit the side screen for 6 runs.
That's all power, all muscle coming in from the muscular Rais Ahmed. Brilliant. That's 50 up. 53 on board for just 1 wicket down. That's a very good start for the sevens here. And again, this time there's a fielder and it goes beyond that outstretched hand of the fielder. I think he was way too in, not aware about the boundary there. But what a flat shot coming in from Rais. It was like a bazooka, Shoaib.
Oh yes, that was hit supremely and with a lot of power. Good effort there, very good effort. Landing on his back, but was not able to hold on to the ball. This is not great bowling from Ronak Panoli. This one's been sprayed down the leg side. He's bowling too quick, too flat. I think he needs to try and turn the ball. He's not a medium pacer. He needs to use the wicket and try and bowl a bit slow and deceive Rais in the air.
Absolutely. And again, this is flat. Is it 1 bounce 4 or is it a 6? It is a 6 given by Umar Farooq. Well, that's a very expensive over. 3 sixes, a wide and a single coming in from him. And Rais has started where he left in the last game.
Yes, Rais has started to tee off. Thanks to Ronak Panoli, he's made him set now. He's sighting the ball really well. This is not great bowling from Ronak, and I think the captain needs to go and speak to him. Last ball, still a chance to get a wicket. But for that, he needs to slow the ball in the air, flight it, make it turn.
That way, it's in the air. Somebody will get underneath. No doubt it will still go beyond. For a moment, I thought he had mistimed it. But it is one of the biggest sixes we've seen all day long. 4th 6 of the over. And sevens are now really rolling now. 72 for 1. Look at that once again. Huge shot. Humongous. Kept on going and gone into the trees. It's 5 overs gone. They're looking very, very good sevens now. 72 for 1. There's going to be a change in the combox. Rashid Mohammed and Mudassir Ali are going to take over.
Thank you, Faizan. 5 overs done. 72 for the loss of 1. It's Mubin Ali to come in and bowl his first over. Meanwhile, joining me in the comm box is Mudassir Ali. Welcome, Mudassir. Good evening.
Very good evening, Rashid, and yet again, an electrifying start provided for 7 districts by Rais Ahmed. 42 of just 16 balls, Atta giving it the support, batting at a strike rate of 200, cut hard towards the deep extra cover. Fielder in place, Safir Tariq. They always fancy the chances in the shorter format, 7 districts.
Oh yeah, this is an excellent start. 73. Rais Ahmed is on 42 of 16 and Atta doing the right thing. Feeding strike to Rais, who's batting brilliantly. Now he'll be up against Mobeen. Expect that slower deliveries to come in. He's a brilliant exponent of that. Oh, that's played up-ish. Is this a chance? Yes, the fielder coming underneath it and drops it. That should have been taken by Faisal Altaf. But I think it was just slightly away from him and he was a tad bit late to get off the block.
And rightly pointed out by Rashid, Mubin Ali, known for cutters and slower deliveries. Not in control. The little man and the fielder completely making a mess out of it. Faisal survives on 44 of 17 balls.
Yeah, another single taken then. This can prove to be costly for these Z-game strikers. They've got some new players in their side. Kamran Atta making a way into the side. That's a very good addition. They already had a very strong side and now sevens are definitely, the 7 districts rather, they're giving them a good run for their money. They've gotten 76 in just 5.3 overs. On their track to get a big total on board. That's an excellent delivery, but way outside off stump. We'll have to reball that. That's called as a wide.
Very young, but looking very matured. Mubin Ali, unlucky that he did not got that wicket of Rais Ahmed. Cutters and slower deliveries comes into play. Just 4 runs of 3 balls. It's Ataur Rahim on strike.
Well, I'll need to bring in a lot of variation. And we know this is a very flat wicket. That cutter you were talking about has played well by Atta. Feeding strike to Rais Ahmed. But I think they'll have to be careful against Mubin Ali. And then they can really target one of the bowlers or 2 of them and try to milk as many runs as possible from them.
Oh yes, and it's a flat deck. And as a bowler, you need to get those variations in every delivery you bowl. You cannot just offer the pace. 1 hit away from a milestone rise.
Once again down the leg side. The idea is right, but the execution is missing here from Mubin. He's trying to bowl the slower deliveries, but on both the occasions, that was not in the right area. So he'll have to bowl those again.
We're just talking about Chittagong Kings and future matches, the 2 giants in this tournament. But look at Z game strikers. With the inclusion of Kamran Atta, they look very dangerous on the back foot. Hit hard over deep square leg, a maximum, and brings his 50. The little jumbo fires yet again.
Fantastic shot from Rais Ahmed. He was anticipating that short pitch delivery, and look at that. That was controlled and hit quite well by Rais Ahmed. Getting to his 51 in 19 deliveries, 5 maximums and 4 boundaries in that innings. What a great shot that was to get to your 50.
Back-to-back 50s for Rais Ahmed. Change of venues working in favor of Rais Ahmed. He was struggling on those grassy wickets. Brilliant delivery, change of pace, cutter, Fuller, trying to go big, misses the line completely, strikes Mubin Ali.
Well, that was an excellent delivery from Mubin Ali, deceiving Rais Ahmed on that occasion. That was bowled slower, bringing out that cutter. And Rais Ahmed tried to go big, came down the track and missed out on the line of the delivery. And he'll have to pay with his wicket. But what a knock this is. Excellent knock from Rais Ahmed. 51 of 20 deliveries. 5 maximums and 4 boundaries in that one. Second wicket down. 85 on the board for 7 districts. Six overs done, 85 for the loss of 2. It's going to be Kamarawan to come in and bowl this over. New man, Abdul Ghaffar, he'll be at the non-striker's end. He's another big hitter of the ball. This is an excellent start for 7 districts, 85 in the 6 overs. They're on track to get to over 120, 25 runs, and that can be a big total on this ground. Kamarawan runs in. Well, that's a good delivery. Starts off with a slower one. Wanted to go for that single, but I think Abdul Ghaffar wasn't interested.
Both the bowlers, Mubin and Hamad, they won't offer you the pace. It will be hard for the bowlers to strike big against Kamarawan. The experience straight away coming into play on the very first delivery. A slower ball. They need to make sure at least gets 50 runs in the final 23 legal deliveries.
Yeah, that's been played towards the onside. Will be a single, and that'll bring Abdul Ghaffar on strike. And now it's very important for Atta to get going. He'll have to make sure that he takes as much strike as possible. He's been out there for quite a while, 13 deliveries, and had good support to Rais Ahmed. Meanwhile, Kamarawan is a very talented bowler. You'll see those slower deliveries coming in. And he's got a brilliant faster one, the short pitch delivery as well. A slower delivery coming in, and Abdul Ghaffar is beaten all ends up. He wanted to heave that and hit it towards Sharjah. Doesn't connect. Will be a dot ball.
Old Fox very cunning in his bowling. Kamarawan just single in 3 deliveries. Good captaincy by Shahrukh Amin.
Oh yeah, he's using his resources well. That was another good delivery. Doesn't connect well. Abdul Ghaffar. That's played towards mid-wicket. They'll come back for the second. This is excellent running. A wayward throw. But I think good backing up by Nilansh Keswani. Denying them that third run.
Not impressive with the effort of the fielder. It's just 60 meters boundary. The poor effort coming from Faisal Altafi is not having a great match out there in the field. Dropped the catch in the previous over. Now a couple of runs has been taken by the batters. Excellent running between Ghaffar and Atta.
Yeah, this is proving out to be a very good over. Just 3 runs off it, and that's another good delivery. That was whiskers away from the off stump. And like you said, Kamarawan is very experienced. He's an old fox, very wily character.
Always put that extra effort, whether he bowls off field or bat. A good pick by Shahrukh Amin. Kamarawan bowling his first over. Dot delivery. Just 3 runs in his first over. 7 done, 88 for the loss of 2.
Atta on strike. It's going to be Mobeen. Starts off with a brilliant delivery once again. That slow one deceiving Atta. He wanted to go and hoik that towards square leg. Misses out completely.
The pace they are bowling, it reminds me of Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Comes from almost 30 yards and bowl at the pace of 110, 115. Surprises the batters.
Yeah, you need to do that. You need to come in with variation. On flat tracks, it's very difficult for bowlers to get away from the batter-friendly conditions. Meanwhile, this time he's connected, anticipating that slower delivery, and that's hoiked over long on for a maximum. That's a very good shot from Atta.
Should be your surprise delivery. Kept on bowling those back of length and cutters. This time well picked by Atta. A much needed maximum. The blade of Atta, and more runs for 7 districts.
Yeah, these are very important runs that will help them post a big total on the board. We know these are small boundaries, 60 meters all around, and the pitches also favor the batters. So it'll be very important that they get some good runs on the board. Mobeen Ali once again continues, persists with that slower delivery, beats Atta, and that's a very good comeback.
Sticking to his plan A. The plan A is just keep on bowling those cutters and keep it away from the batters. Though he went for a maximum, but still bowling those cutters. backing his skills, Mubin Ali.
That's very confident bowling. Once again, the back of the hand, slower delivery on that occasion. Atta wanted to go for the second. Very wisely denied by Abdul Ghaffar. And that'll only be a single. So after being hit for a maximum, he's made a very good comeback here, Mubin Ali.
But they're just losing the plot here, 7 districts after losing Rais Ahmed. Run rate coming down.
It's going to be Mubin Ali once again. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's gone way up in the air. Keeper coming underneath it and takes it quite easily. That's a very good delivery. Surprising Abdul Ghaffar with that quicker bouncer. And that really took off from the wicket. Hurried on to Abdul Ghaffar. Another wicket down.
Oh, rightly pointed out. Surprised by that back of length. Quicker delivery. He was not in control. An easy catch taken by the wicket keeper, Kamran Atta. The big man falls. Special delivery from Mubin Ali.
Mubin Ali once again. It's going to be Mohammad Saghir. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Almost deceived him. Gets the inner half of the bat. And they cross through for a single. But that was an excellent first delivery for Mohammad Saghir. End of a successful over for Mubin Ali and Z Game strikers. Kamarawan to bowl the penultimate over. That's been hit towards the covers. Falls short of the fielder. That's running away towards the boundary. Faisal Altaf does well. But it'll be a couple of runs. On the verge of getting to those triple figures. In 8.1 overs done. 98 on the board for loss of 3 wickets. I think they've made a very good comeback here, the Z Game strikers.
Oh yes, after getting that wicket of Rais Ahmed, we were able to pull the things back. Plan is simple, Rashid. Don't offer the pace. Bowl those cutters, back of length deliveries.
Absolutely. That is a very good plan. And they're executing to perfection. Especially Kamarawan and Mubin Ali. They made sure they don't bowl anything in the arc. Those slower deliveries are outside the off stump, away from the batters, forcing them to go against the line and use a lot of power behind them. And we saw that surprise delivery coming in from Mubin Ali and getting that wicket of Abdul Ghaffar.
At one stage, Ataur Rahim was batting at a strike rate of 200. Now it came down to 160, 165.
Well, that's a brilliant delivery. Absolutely wonderful to bowl it in this time of the over. Remember, this is the penultimate over. And 7 districts after that great start, they are falling behind now.
Bulk of the runs came from the blade of Rais Ahmed. Once he got departed, then they're finding it hard. The experience of Khamar keeping it simple yet again, but this time bowling it away from the left-hand batter.
Well, yeah, I think there's no feet movement coming in from Ataur Rahim. He's just standing still and trying to get the ball close to his body. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Loud appeal. But I think the bat hit the turf. Good decision from Umar Farooq there. Well, what a delivery that was. That surprise delivery was almost in the block hole. Almost got those stumps out of the park.
The last 11 balls he played, he just managed 10 runs, Ataur Rahim. In the 10 runs, he got one maximum. Clearly struggling to rotate the strike. Struggling to get those big runs for his team. 11 legal deliveries from Hamar Awan and going for just 6 runs. The final delivery of his spell. Running hard for that second run. Needed a much better throw. But excellent running between the wickets by Ata and Sagir. With that couple of runs, 100 comes up for 7 districts, 101 for the loss of 3 after 9 overs.
Right then, last over coming up. It's going to be Faisal Altaf to bowl it. Starts off with a slower delivery. That was well deceived. Sagir couldn't get a hold of that. Will only be a single. And this has been excellent comeback from 7 districts. Mubin Ali and Kamar Awan take a bow. You have been really doing well for your team. Those 4 overs didn't conceive a lot of runs. And that is the reason why 7 districts is falling behind.
Good to see Shahrukh Amin learning the skills of captaincy, utilizing his bowlers very well, and now he knows where to use which bowler and when. Struggling clearly at a 30 of 21, need couple of big hits, at least try and reach 120.
Oh yeah, talking about big hits, that's in the arc and that's been hit out of the park. Brilliant shot from Ataur Rahim. That is the kind of shots they require at the end of the innings, and he's certainly providing them.
Luckily for 7 districts and for Ata, he managed to get a maximum. The dot balls he played, it will be a big concern for him and his team, 7 districts. But full marks should be given to the bowlers. The way they made a comeback for that wicket of Rais Ahmed, credit should be given to Mubin Ali, the youngster, providing that much needed breakthrough for Z game strikers. Under pressure, Faisal Altaf using the feet, completely misses the line. So the keeper, there was a chance for the run out. A run has been taken by these 2 batters.
They wouldn't mind those singles and doubles coming against the boundaries that they'll need to control. Like you mentioned, this has been an excellent comeback, a superb comeback. At the start of the innings, after the first 3-4 overs, we thought that it'll take some doing to restrict 7 districts under 140 runs or 130 at least. But that doing has been done by Mubin Ali and Kamar Awan, holding those brilliant spells. Meanwhile, Faisal Altaf, he's got 3 more deliveries to go. That's another good delivery, deceiving Mohammad Sagir. All ends up and they'll go through for another bye.
It's like a repeat telecast, but the batter was a right-hand batter. He missed, so the keeper, and the signal was a bye from the umpire. Good comeback. It's 9 runs in 4 legal deliveries so far bowled in this over. Last couple of deliveries left in this first innings. Going for runs in the first over, Faisal Altaf. But a good comeback in this over by the young lad. It's Sagir, the right-hand batter, and Ataur Rahim out there in the middle.
That's a beautiful delivery right in the block hole. Forcing Atta to go for that big shot. Didn't connect and ricocheted off his pad toward the stumps. That's an excellent delivery. Good use of the crease by Faisal Altaf, coming wide and then bowling it in the block hole. A fast bowler's delight there.
You cannot be a one-dimensional player, always trying to go big overs at deep mid-wicket, and full mark should be given to the fast bowler Faisal Altaf. It was in the block hole and he was in trouble once he misses that line. He was not in good form tonight. Ataur Rahim, 110 for the loss of 4.
Last delivery coming up. It's going to be Shehzad to face Faisal Altaf. Gets a thick outside edge. That's running away towards the boundary. That's a welcome boundary coming in. This over was proving to be a good one for Z-Game strikers, but the last one unlucky for Faisal Altaf. But they'll take those, the 7 districts, and will end their innings at 114 runs.
So lucky runs for Shaizu and 4 more runs for 7 districts. But somehow they managed to go beyond 110. It was an excellent bowling from the Z-Game strikers bowler, making sure they don't go beyond 115.
Yeah, let's have a look at the batting card for the 7 districts. They started off really well. Rais Ahmed, 51 of 20 deliveries for him. Mohammad Irfan, he couldn't do much damage, 10 of 5 for him. And Ataur Rahim, that partnership between the two really helped 7 districts get to a good total, 36 of 24 for him. Abdullah Ghaffar, short stay for him, and then Mohammad Saghir and Shehzad Ali. 5 for Mohammad Saghir and Shehzad Ali, 4 of just 1 deliveries. Getting to 114 in their 4 overs. 6 extras helping them get to that total, but I think it was a very disciplined bowling attack from the Z-Game strikers towards the second half of the innings, where the bowlers really made a very good comeback. It'll be interesting to see the bowling card. There you go, Shahid Bhutta picking up a wicket as well. Faisal Altaf was amongst the wickets, gave away 14 runs, 28 runs in his 2 overs rather, and picked up a wicket. Mubin Ali, he picked up a couple of wickets. He was the pick of the bowlers, but I think Qamar Awan, he'll be very unlucky not to have picked up wickets, but he gave away just 8 runs in his 2 overs, really getting that comeback moving for them.
Let's see the highlights of the first innings. They started off really well, invited to bat first. Irfan was on song, going big after the fast bowler Shahid Bhutto, and he was accompanied by Rais. It was a plan by 7 districts to target the fast bowlers. They started off really well, finding those gaps and boundaries at the regular intervals. Nilansh Keswani came under the hammer of Rais Ahmed. He leaked some runs. He fancied his chances against the spinners. The big man was always in control, trying to find those boundaries through the offside, and was very strong on the back foot as well. This was the first wicket going down of Mohammad Irfan. An excellent catch taken by Qamar Awan. Then Rais Ahmed was joined in by Ghaffar. He started off brilliantly, finding those boundaries and going after the bowlers. At this stage, 7 districts was looking good to go beyond 130, 135. Rais Ahmed was accompanied by Ataur Rahim, clearing that long on with ease. Raunak Panoli went for runs, 26 runs in his only over he bowled tonight. Rais Ahmed was on fire, back-to-back 50s, but this over completely changed the momentum of the game. Mubin Ali striking the first over, getting rid of Rais Ahmed, and this opened the window for Z-Game striker to pull the things back in their favour. Back-to-back wickets in this over of Mubin Ali. And Ataur Rahim, though he has got a couple of maximum, but he struggled throughout this innings, and his struggle came to an end. The brilliant yorker from Faisal Altaf, and the last ball of the first innings going for the 4, and some momentum in favour of 7 districts, and Z Games requires 115 in their allotted 10 overs. We'll take a short break and we'll come back with an exciting run chase.
Hello and welcome back to the second innings of this game number 2, which is being played between Z Games and 7 District. We're live from the Eden Garden Stadium in Ajman. The first innings is already done. It was 7 Districts who were batting first, and they've gotten to 114 for the loss of 4 wickets in their 10 overs. Thanks to that brilliant batting from Rais Ahmed, scoring 51, yet another 50, back-to-back for him in this tournament. Getting to those 51 in just 20 deliveries. 36 came from the bat of Ataur Rahim as well.
Those are the bowling figures in the first innings for you, Shahid Bhuta. Beautiful bowling from him. 2 overs, 13 runs, picking up a wicket, going at only 6 runs in over. Nilansh Keswani, very expensive in his 1 over. But Ronak Panoli was taken for 26. That was Rais Ahmed, hitting him for 4 sixes in that particular over. Mobeen Ali, 2 overs, 21 runs, picking up 2 wickets as well. And 1 over for 5 runs for the remainder of the bowling unit. Z Games are going to come into bat and try to chase down 115 here, which is not going to be an easy task, but kudos to them. At one point when Rais was batting, we were thinking 130, 135 at least, and they stopped 7 Districts in their tracks. And now they'll have to overhaul this target, and that one man can do it for them. Kamran Atta opening the innings with Qamar Awan. He's done that quite a few times in the past. Qamar Awan open the innings. And to open the innings with the ball, Haider Ali, just like yesterday. He's in brilliant touch, Haider, and a very good left-arm bowler.
Yes, left-arm spin straight up from 7 Districts. First ball, straight down the ground. Excellent connection, and that's gone all the way behind the side screen and behind the broadcast crew there. What a first ball from Haider, and what a clinical hit from Kamran.
Beautiful to watch. Continuing where he left in the last tournament, the D10. He was the leading run getter there. More than 300 runs in that tournament for Kamran Atta. What a shot. Clean as a whistle. Absolutely amazing to watch. Went beyond the side screen towards the cars. Brilliant shot. They're looking for the ball. They're still looking for it. And they'll have to look a long time. And that is the reason why a new ball has been brought on the ground here.
When this man is playing, you need a lot of spare balls. He does like to hit them out of the park.
Somebody needs to look for those balls as well.
Maybe we can publish an opening, a job position with a profile.
And again in the air, this time not timed to perfection, and straight to hand. Huge wicket. Haider Ali has had the last laugh, or a last whatever he was trying to do there. What a wicket here. Kamran Atta goes.
Well, that celebration tells you that this important wicket was there to be taken, and they needed it desperately. And who better than Haider? What a comeback and great catch there. And you can see the celebration. There you go. He's pumped up, and rightly so. Big wicket. Kamran Atta, after hitting that ball, first ball to outer space, will now have to take the long walk back. It's 6 for 1. So that last wicket of Kamran Atta, he scored 6 and is now back in the dugout. And that brings Ronak Panoli out there in the middle.
What a start to the innings here. First ball 6, second ball wicket. T10 at its very, very best. And this has been played towards the covers. Let's take a look once again at that wicket from Haider Ali. Kamran Atta trying to go big straight down the ground, slicing it off the bat. Because of the length this time around, it was pulled back just a little bit. And Haider Ali all pumped up. Why not? He's taken a huge wicket in the context of the game. Ronak Panoli runs hard for his first run. He's off the mark now. A very good comeback for Haider Ali after that first ball, 6, picking up a wicket, then a dot ball and a single. So 7 runs in the first 4 deliveries.
Yes, a good comeback in the over from Haider. And it's all about comebacks. This format and life.
My philosopher, co-commentator.
Well, it's not about how... We'll come back to that. I have another one. Nicely played on the front foot. It's not about how hard you fall down. It's about how quickly you can stand back up on your feet. And that is what Haider has done.
If I was not commenting, I would stand up and clap for you. You've got an audience.
On your feet.
Standing ovation for that statement from someone else, which you just used. Kamaravan plays it towards mid-wicket. Only a single this time around.
That'll bring the over to an end. First over, and it's just 8 runs for Z Games, and they've lost that big wicket of Kamran Atta.
Saghir is the new bowler coming to bowl, and this one has been edged. The keeper is getting underneath it. He takes it easily. What a poor shot coming in from Kamaravan. He was not in position to play it over mid-wicket. It was a half-hearted shot in the end. And another dismissal on the very first ball for Saghir.
That was a poor shot from Kamaravan. It was never on from the off. He was trying to play that somewhere on the onside. Gets an edge, and a very good catch by the keeper Farman. And Saghir, he too is celebrating, and why not? Second wicket down.
New batter, the captain of the side, Shah Rukh Amin, comes into bat here. A lot of responsibility he will have to shoulder if he needs to get his team beyond this total of 115, which seems like a distant dream as of now. Very good start to the over from Saghir. First ball right on the money, back of the length, just inducing a false shot. And a very poor ball, a very dangerous ball. This has been given a no ball here, swinging in the air. And I think the way Saghir reacted right away, I think he couldn't get the grip properly on the ball. And a single added to the total. In fact, 2 added to the total because they've run a bye as well.
Yeah, it is humid out there, so very difficult to grip the ball, especially if you are a quick bowler. That one was definitely a beamer. I'm sure the warning will also be given to him. Another one like that and he'll be out of the attack.
And it was quick. It was pretty quick. Thankfully, it was outside the off stump. Had it been on the body, it would have been problems for the batter, Shahrukh Amin. The captain of the side as well, Ronak Panoli, has shown so much potential and class. He's going to face the free hit delivery. There you go. And he has mistimed it towards third man. Still an easy single coming in. So they're dealing only in singles. This is a wonderful start for the 7 districts here.
Yes, their bowling can make that 115 look like 130, 135 because they do have some really top quality bowlers in their ranks. So they'll have to bat really well. And this man, Shahrukh, he'll have to, like you said, shoulder the responsibility of the run chase. He's the captain as well. So he'll have to lead from the front and he'll have to walk the talk.
And hoiked! He heard you. Loud and clear, in fact, Shoaib. He's not going to just walk the talk. He's going to run the talk here.
That was a very good shot. Waited for it with a slower delivery. And yes, this is needed from the captain. Dancing down the track and getting enough connection over the fielder for 6 runs. So good start, very good start from the captain Shahrukh.
That will also give him a lot of confidence as a batter. Outside the off stump, better delivery. Oh, wide call by the umpire. It was touch and go, if you ask me, but the umpire's word is the final word. Shoaib thinks it's a wide. I can tell by his expressions.
I thought that was a wide and rightly given. So he'll have to bowl that again.
This is edged. No third man. 1 bounce, 4 runs coming in for the captain here.
Oh yes, as long as they come, doesn't matter where they come from, they're still counted as 4. And the score sheet doesn't have a separate column for edges. Runs are runs. And Shahrukh will be very happy to get those 4 more runs.
Absolutely. Runs are runs. And they all count. And in a chase of 115, you'd be praying when you're sitting in the dugout that you can get some easy runs there. Just like that. Full toss. Oh, drilled. Hammered. Shahrukh Amin. What a shot that was.
Well, that's a poor delivery. And Shahrukh, with his great hand-eye coordination, is not going to miss out on that. He's clobbered that. Look at that. Right from the middle of the bat. Nobody moved an inch and the ball had already crossed the ropes. So that is another strong hit from Shahrukh Amin.
Brilliant. With the kind of a stance that he takes, I think he's predominantly a leg side player. And that makes his shot even better. As he hits it through the covers. Dancing down edged once again beyond the keeper's reach. And this is going to go into the boundary again. So unlucky Saghir. He's given quite a few in this particular over, 21 of them. It's 30 for 2 after 2. What a start to the innings for the captain of Z Games, Shahrukh Amin, 18 of 5. Ronak Panoli on strike for this next over. Ghaffar comes into bowl. Ronak seems off colour. There's a lot of colour on him right now. Blue pads, blue helmet, orange colour jersey and tracks. But he looks off colour in the way he's playing.
Yes, that's not his usual self, Ronak. He does like to start on an aggressive note. But he's more than happy to feed the strike back to his captain, who scored 18 of 5 deliveries. Abdul Ghaffar.
What would you want to do as a bowler when Shahrukh Amin is going all guns blazing? Shoaib.
Again, using his feet, that's a good effort. Would be a single. Well, it's really very difficult as a bowler to be bowling to somebody who is playing the way Shahrukh has played. But if you look at it closely, those two edges on the offside would incline me as a bowler to keep bowling in that area. Yes, he's bowled a few full tosses as well. But to be persistent in that offside cordon would be a better ploy.
And why not keep third man behind on the rope if you're bowling that line? This is drilled. Beautiful. That's Ronak Panoli. One bounce four through the covers here. Stand and deliver.
Yes, that is vintage Ronak Panoli. Played it on the up and over extra cover. So that's a very good shot. And now he's taking that responsibility of getting those runs. It's almost around 10 and over now, which is definitely achievable on this wicket and in this ground, the Eden Garden Stadium. Pulled a short arm jab straight to the fielder. And there you go, the celebration again. It was timed well, but I think it was timed way too well for Ronak's liking.
Yeah, very good catch in the deep. And I think it's the captain himself, is it? We'll have to wait and watch. I think it was Haider Ali there on square leg. It was whipped away. Beautifully timed. Unfortunately, straight to hand. And the celebration from Ghaffar replicates the celebration of his captain when he took the first wicket. Trouble times for Z Games. It's all fun and games though for the 7 districts here as the third wicket goes down. 36 for 3, Ronak Panoli goes.
So it's going to be Safir Tariq who's come out to bat for Z Games. Places it towards point for a single and he's off the mark.
79 more runs required to win of 44 deliveries here. Never going to be easy. Safir Tariq is one man who can turn it on if required. He's a very good batter. Plays for the Dubai side. Played at the Emirates D10 as well. As Shahrukh Amin is going to take strike here. It is not a bad start by Z Games in terms of the number of runs they've gotten. They're going at more than 12 runs and over here. And the required run rate is well below that. So they've maintained that. It's the wickets column that is the problem for them.
Oh yes, they've definitely got the run rate in their control. Oh, straight to the fielder. Another wicket. And it's the captain now who'll have to walk back. Just didn't time it too well. And that offside channel has definitely worked for Abdul Ghaffar this time. Wicket number 4.
Yeah, it was a good ball. It swung away, swung late as well. The shot was on, mind you, but I think he got the bottom half of the bat, and Ghaffar celebrates with passion once again. Even Shahrukh Amin goes with 19 of 7. It's 37 for 4 now. So it's 3 overs gone, 37 for 4. They're reeling under pressure here, Z Games. Somebody needs to come up, put their hand up, and be a game changer for Z Games here. And this might just be the man, Safir Tariq. This is going towards the boundary. Oh, brilliant effort. But I think it's gone over. Well done. I think he got stuck in the boundary as well, in the grass as well, while making a dive there.
Oh yes, it was a good shot first up. Was placed in the gap by Safir Tariq. And if you see that effort in the replay, he always wanted to put in the dive, Ataur Rahim. But I don't think it was the right way to put in the dive. He put his knee first on the ground and that just got stuck. So, good intent, but not good execution from Ataur Rahim. Will be 4 runs. So, 4 to start the first over.
Oh, Jaffa, what a brute of a delivery from Irfan. Irfan is having fun with the ball swinging around.
Well, he is definitely one of the key players for 7 districts. First with the bat, opens the innings, and now he's bowling some important overs for 7 districts. Yeah, you can see the emotions on the face, and that tells you a story, which is not a very pleasant one at the moment for Z Games.
Cut away, nicely played, but straight to the fielder once again. Turning out to be a very good over from Irfan. And out of nowhere, the ball has started to swing as well, Shoaib. We haven't seen swing all day long, but in this 4th innings of the day, we are actually seeing the ball swing quite a lot. We saw the captain's wicket, Shahrukh Amin. It swung a long way and beat him. I think in the end, it was the swing that took his wicket. And now again, this time, some swing, late swing that too. Very difficult to contain those.
Gets the inner half of the bat. Well, the white ball does tend to move a lot more under lights. And especially here, we've seen that happen even yesterday in the games that were played under lights. The ball did move a bit. But Irfan, he's definitely got that ability to bring the ball in. Abdul Ghaffar's got that ability to bring the ball into the right-hander. This time no swing at all.
No swing from the bat at all as well for Safir Tariq here. Things looking very difficult for Z Games as of now. They need 72 more. Time is of essence because it's just 38 more balls required. So the required run rate is almost 12 runs and over now. And it might just go beyond as well if they can bowl a couple of decent overs here. Here, the 7 districts team. Nicely bowled, beautifully bowled. Slow ball, just outside the off stump. And that is the end of the 4th over. They're going at 11 runs per over, but they've lost 4 wickets on the way. It's 44 for 4 after 4. So what an over, the last one from Irfan, just 7 of it. He looked like picking up a wicket. A very good all-rounder for the side here. 7 districts. And it's going to be Wahab to come and bowl with his left arm spin. Starts off with a wide-ish delivery. A bye taken there. Has the umpire given it wide? That's the big question. They're trying to keep the ball clean. Look at that. That shows that there's definitely dew on the ground. That should make it easier work for the batters because it's going to come onto the bat more easily. It's the swing that has created trouble for them as of now in the last few overs.
Well, that's hit straight down the ground. Catches the call, but I think it's going to go well and beyond the fielders at long on and long off. And that's a good hit straight down the ground. It was not in the slot, but Furqan has done well to hit it for 6.
I think it was the room that made him open his arms and go flat and hard at it. Well done. It was required. We haven't seen a boundary for quite a while. Irfan's over went a boundary-less over. 64 more required now, 34 balls remaining. And again, this time a better delivery, slower through the air. And that is why he got that grip from the surface. Better bowling, Wahab. This is how you need to bowl on this surface.
Yes, if you want to mix up, I think that is okay if you want to bowl one odd delivery which is quicker. But he has to be bowling at this speed, I feel. There you go. This time he's bowled it quick just to keep the batter guessing. They are taking 2 and will get them easily. So that's good running between the wickets from Furqan and Safir.
And good bit of fielding coming in from the outfield as well. Pick up and throw in one action. And the throw was pretty accurate as well. It's 53 on board, 4 wickets down. Decent over this, 9 of it already. Now just 62 more required. 2 more balls remaining in this particular over. And after that, it's going to be a change in the com box. Trying to pull it away. Little too quick for him. Playing it a little too late there. And only a single this time around.
Yeah, it's the change of pace that is troubling Furqan. The first ball was quicker, so he got hold of it. And now he's mixing it up nicely. Hence, the connection has not been all that great from Furqan.
Beautifully hit. Oh, what a shot. Masterful. Wrists coming into play. And he was beautifully on top of that delivery. Safir Tariq hits it to the boundary. Z Games now 58 for 4 after 5. It's game on as there's going to be a change in the com box here. And before I go away, let me tell you this. That if you're watching us live right now and you want to take us everywhere around with you, you need to download this app called Myco. And of course, you can watch your cricket on it. You can own the app, but you can earn with it as well. You can get some cash through the Myco app. Download it through iOS or Android right away. With that money-making tip, I'm going to take a leave for now. For the next 5 overs, it's going to be Rashid Mohammed and Mudassir Ali.
Thank you, Faizan and Shoaib. A partnership flourishing between Furqan and Safir. They were in a bit of bother. 5 overs, 58 for the loss of 4. Brilliant placement. Waited for the delivery. On the back foot. Opens the blade of the bat. And played over the point fielder. 4 runs.
Yeah, that was a very good shot from Furqan. Like you mentioned, just waiting for it. Playing it as late as he could. And getting the placement really well. That's a good start to the over. 62 on the board. Require 53 of 29 deliveries, and these 2 men out there, they can certainly do that for Z Game strikers. This is turning out to be a thriller. Irfan once again. Or steps down. Furqan Khalil gets a thick outside edge. That's running away from another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries coming their way.
Intentions are very clear from Furqan Khalil. Wants to go after Irfan, take advantage of the medium fast bowler. The pace working in favor of Furqan, not in control, but what matters are the 4 runs.
Well, yeah, the intent is quite clear here. He's come out with a positive approach, and that's paying dividend for him. He's reached 18 in just 8 deliveries. Required runs under 50 now, 49 of them. And that'll put pressure on Irfan. A slower delivery, that's picked up well. Just guides it towards the third, and they pick up a single. Very sensible batting here from Furqan Khalil.
Oh, yes, and this is the beauty of the shorter format. 1 or 2 good overs, you're back in the game. They have got the start provided by the openers. Those 7 districts were able to get a couple of wickets, especially that wicket of Ronak Panoli and Kamranata and Kamarawan, pulling things back in favor of 7 districts. But this partnership is becoming a headache for the captain Haider.
Oh, absolutely, that's what you need. You need partnerships to go your way. That's a good delivery. Slower delivery, probably just going down leg. Safir Tariq was beaten with that slower delivery from Irfan, but they'll still manage to pick up a leg by.
Good reflexes from the umpire Umar Farooq. The 47 needed of 26 balls is quite achievable. Furqan batting brilliantly, 19 of just 9, and accompanied by Safir Tariq. Man on screen, the rescue ranger, Sardar Behzad.
Yeah, he's yet to come. Yeah, they've got some batting to go. Meanwhile, this is a good delivery once again from Irfan. Slower in the air. Will only be a single. Excellent bit of fielding as well down the ground. And that'll be another run. So this is a good turnaround for Irfan after being hit for a couple of boundaries in the first 2 deliveries. He's made sure it doesn't give any boundary deliveries away. And he's persisting with those slower deliveries like we saw Mubin Ali and Kamarawan do in the first innings.
Change of pace and variations, what is needed from the bowlers of 7 districts. A bit fuller. But it will be just a single on the final delivery. So good comeback in this over by the bowler after going for a couple of boundaries. 6 gone, 70 for the loss of 4.
Well, that's the batting card then. Kamran Atta and Kamarawan couldn't get any runs. Ronak Panoli was also out cheaply. Shahrukh Amin giving some impetus, 19 of 7 for him. And now these 2 men, Safir Tariq, 13 of 9 for him. And Furqan Khalil, 20 of 10. This is going to be the partnership that can take Z Games over the line. And that is of utter importance for the 7 districts to break this partnership as soon as possible. And then get into the tail. We'll see Sardar Behzad coming in soon. Faisal Altaf can bat as well. And Ilanj Keswani, we've seen him hit some big shots as well. So they've got quite a bit of batting to go, but I think the onus is on these 2 men at the moment. Well, that's a short delivery from Abdul Ghaffar, and that's played really well. Excellent shot. The timing and placement was superb to get a boundary at the start of the over.
This is the experience of Safir Tariq coming into play. The very first delivery, width offered and played through the offside in the gap. Starts the over with the boundary. Always in control, using the wrist and power generated on the back foot. He's looking very stylish and confident out there in the middle, Safir Tariq.
Well, that wasn't a bad delivery, but he made room for himself. Once again, gets the outside edge, bottom edge rather. And that's run away for another boundary. And the pattern continues. The first 2 deliveries going for boundaries. And that is helping Z Game strikers to close the gap between the runs required and the balls.
Making comeback in the batting. And thanks to these 2 lads, Safir Tariq and Furqan Khalil, both are the wicket-keeper batters in this lineup. Very experienced. It's a young side led by Shahrukh Amin. Losing those quick 4 wickets. A brilliant partnership between these 2. Under pressure, the left-arm fast bowler Ghaffar.
Now goes to the short delivery. A typical fast bowler's response. What a great delivery that was. Really beating him for pace on that occasion. That was a wonderful delivery from Abdul Ghaffar.
Rashid, what should be the plan? What should be the plan? Use the spinners or bowl those cutters? Because we have seen throughout the innings, whenever you offered the pace, the bowlers went for runs.
Oh, absolutely. I think that is very important that they vary their pace. Once again, goes for that slower delivery and they're going for that quick single. And they'll take it quite easily at the end. That'll be a bye, but a very important run. They're making sure they keep rotating strike here.
He's not having a good day behind the stumps of Farman, though he has taken a couple of catches, but conceded at least 4 bye runs. It was much needed for Z Games to rotate the strike. Yes, he has got a couple of boundaries, then a dot delivery. And the good news for Z Games is Furqan Khalil is back on strike.
Oh yeah, now a change in the field. He's opting for that deep point fielder to go on the boundary rope. The deep third comes inside the circle. And he's got a mid-off in the circle as well, so he has to be very careful with his length. Abdul Ghaffar once again. That's played towards mid-wicket. There is a fielder there, but he'll be a mere spectator. That's an excellent shot. And that'll be 4 runs. What a beautiful shot that was from Furqan Khalil.
Looking very stylish, but an ordinary piece of bowling. You have that backward point at the rope and you're asking for punishment, bowling into Furqan Khalil, and easy pickup shot using the wrist and finds the gap, going for runs in this over. The experienced Ghaffar, though he has got a couple of wickets in his kitty, but this over matters a lot. Now 32 needed of 19 balls.
All has been played up. Chance for the fielder. And he'll grab that. Haider Ali, the captain, picks up that catch. And the partnership is finally broken. On the last delivery of the 7th over.
Yes, he went for runs in this over. But what matters is the wicket on the final delivery. Haider Ali, no mistake. Furqan Khalil was looking good for the poor short selection, managing 24 of 12 balls with the help of maximum 3 fours, 83 for the loss of 5.
But then it's going to be a change in the bowling. It's going to be Raees Ahmed to come in and bowl his leg breaks. Oh, what a delivery that is. Safir Tariq wanted to make room for himself. He followed him and bowled it in the block hole, not allowing him to get underneath the ball. That's a very good delivery to start the over. 32 required of 17, and this can be a make or break over.
Rightly pointed. It can be a big gamble by Haider. Either it can go in your favor or it can help the other team. As of now, he started off brilliantly, couple of dot deliveries. It's Safir Tariq. He has been joined by Sardar Baizad.
Yeah, that's another good delivery. That's another good delivery from Raees Ahmed. Just a single coming off it. The first 3 deliveries, only a single taken. 84 on the board, 31 required of 15 deliveries. This is getting difficult for the Z Game strikers. They need some big hits to come in. And Sardar Baizad, first delivery, beautifully bowled by Raees Ahmed, expecting the ball to turn. That went with the arm and gets a wicket.
Jumbo got the turn and the match turning in favor of 7 Districts. Excellent work behind the stumps. came in, said hi, hello, and going back to the pavilion. Sardar Baiza, the Golden Duck, 84 for the loss of 6.
So it's going to be Faisal Altaf, the new batter. And what an over this is from Rais Ahmed. He's given away just 1 run, picked up a wicket as well. He's got 2 more deliveries to go in this over. And if he can keep them quiet, this will be a match-changing over.
Oh yes, and it was a poor delivery on the pads. Thought of a run, no chance of that. An excellent over, 5 balls, a wicket, and just a single so far has been conceded. But what matters, can he finish the over without conceding a boundary?
Absolutely. Even if he concedes a boundary in this delivery, I think 5 runs and a wicket on the 8th over is just brilliant. So you can't take anything away from Rais Ahmed. He's bowled a superb over under pressure. And this is, for me, the match-changing over. That's played down the ground. Fiercely hit, but I think the fielder will get to it. They're coming back for the second and completed quite easily at the end. 2 runs added to the total, but this is a brilliant over. Superb over from Rais Ahmed. Just 3 runs and a wicket coming off it. 86 for the loss of 6 after 8. Right, then 29 required of 12 deliveries is going to be Haider Ali, the captain, to come in and bowl his second over. He's bowled a superb first one, just gave away 8 runs in that one, picked up a wicket as well. This is going to be Safir Tariq. Power play has been taken. Signal coming in from the umpire, so it's going to be the floating power play. 29 required of 12 deliveries. Haider Ali, he is a brilliant exponent of the power play overs. Starts off with a wayward delivery down the leg side. That's been picked up and picked up well by Safir Tariq. Goes all the way for a maximum. Excellent start to the over.
Oh yes, he's a brilliant bowler, but he's up against the dangerous Safir Tariq. Slight error on the legs and hammered over the deep square leg. What a start to the over. Safir Tariq is the last hope for Z game strikers.
Oh, absolutely. And Haider Ali cannot bowl on that line and length to Safir Tariq. He likes to go big. He likes to play under pressure. Brings out his A game under pressure, and we've seen many a times he's taken his team over the line. 23 required of 11. Haider Ali once again. Oh, that's it. That's it very well. Overcorrection from Haider Ali, bowling it short and now wide outside off stump. Picked up well for another boundary. 10 runs coming off the first 2 deliveries.
Trying to bowl those quicker deliveries. He has been punished rightly by Safir Tariq. The best part of this knock of Safir Tariq is He's anticipating each and every delivery and playing on the merit of the ball through the offside, the previous one for 4 runs.
Once again, a good shot coming in, wide of long on. They'll come back for a couple of runs. This is excellent running and excellent batting by Safir Tariq. 17 runs required of 9 deliveries. This is a pressure over. They need to make sure they get at least 7 or 8 runs in this last 3 deliveries to make sure they have under 10 in the last over.
Oh yes, but he needs to be sensible at the same time, not to give away his wicket easily. This is what we were talking. It was a poor delivery. He could have hit anywhere in the ground, but he finds the man at the mid-off.
So that was an excellent delivery. Slower in the air, not trying to dart it in. Gets the toe end of the bat. An excellent catch taken at mid-off. Big wicket. Safir Tariq was looking like he'll take the game away from the 7 districts, but just unlucky. Couldn't get the elevation he was looking for. And he'll have to make his way back after hitting some good shots, and a brilliant innings comes to an end. "17 runs required. There are 2 more deliveries to go in this over. It's going to be Shahid Bhutta, the new man. And he'll be up against Haider Ali, who's made a good comeback after being hit for some runs. In he comes. Goes for the big shot. Hoiks it towards wide long on. That'll run away for a boundary. That's a very good shot. First up from Shahid Bhutta. Getting to 100 runs with that boundary.
Bhutta not coming slow. Yet again, that arm delivery. And he's going for runs, but yet again not learning from his mistake. Start of his innings in a stylish way. Bhutta hit hard, but straight to the mid-off. It's chase on here in Eden Gardens. Z Games needs 12 of the last final over. It's Faisal Altaf and Shahid Bhutta out there in the middle. 9 done, 103 for the loss of 7.
Right then, 12 runs required of the last over is going to be Mohammad Saghir, who's gone for some runs in his first over, 21 of them, so a chance for the Z Game strikers. First delivery, that's taken the outside edge, that's running away towards the boundary. 4 runs to start the over. That's an excellent start, right on the money for the Z Game strikers.
Bhutta playing his first game in Eden Gardens. And he's almost there. Now just 8 needed. Starts the over with a boundary. He was not in control, but getting the thick outside edge. Flies over the short third man fielder. 4 runs under pressure. Now Saghir going for runs in his first over, and he continues to leak the runs. The final over, 107 for the loss of 7. 5 balls, 8 needed.
Yeah, that'll put a lot of pressure on Mohammad Saghir. Remember, he went for some runs in his first over as well. 21 of them. And starts off with an unlucky shot for him, but very lucky for the Z Game strikers. 5 deliveries, 8 runs. In comes Mohammad Saghir once again. That's a short delivery. Slower. And that fumble from the wicketkeeper will allow them to come back for a couple of runs. So they've taken 2 runs of that fumble. Will be a no ball or a wide. Wide. So add 3 runs to the total. 5 required of 5 deliveries. And now I think this game is for Z Game strikers to lose.
Frustrated, not happy. Very ordinary behind the stumps. Farman Ali, the wrong time, giving those couple of runs. They're themselves to be blamed. The bowlers, previous over, the captain going for runs now. Saghir Afridi, one of the experienced fast bowler in this lineup. Piece of advice coming from Haider. Mohammad Saghir. 5 needed of 5 balls, 1 hit away from getting those 2 points. Shahid Bhutta on strike.
Well, Mohammad Saghir, if he can bowl a couple of dot balls, that'll add to the pressure. He needs a couple of dot balls. That's a good slower delivery. A very sensible batting effort from Shahid Bhutta, just taking that single and making sure that he doesn't give away his wicket or a dot ball to come in.
This is what you want. He could have gone for that glory shot, but he knows still there are 4 deliveries, and trusting his partner Faisal Altaf, the young lad, he can hit big. And if you remember the X10 finale, that maximum from the blade of Faisal Altaf, crowning Z Games strikers, the champions of X10. Is Nelson on board? Can Nelson get a wicket for 7 districts?
Saghir once again. 4 of 4 required. Faisal Altaf on strike. Oh, dot ball. Wanted to go for that glory, but doesn't connect. I think this is not very sensible from Faisal Altaf. He needs to take a single and bring Shahid Bhutta back on strike.
He went for runs, he dropped catches, Faisal Altaf, in his first innings. And this is the right time and a good chance for Faisal Altaf to get those 4 runs and win the match for his team. Still Nelson on board, 9.3 overs, 3 balls, 4 runs needed.
Yeah, another dot ball here, and that'll make things very interesting. Mohammad Saghir once again. Will he bowl that slower delivery? Oh, that's hit over the bowler's head. Connection is not all that good, but they'll come back for the second. That's excellent running between the wickets by Shahid Bhutta, putting pressure on the fielder at the long on and coming back for the second quite easily at the end.
An excellent running between the wickets by these two, and full mark should be given to Bhutta for pushing his partner to go for the second run. Yet again trusting Faisal Altaf. It's 113 for the loss of 7. Now 2 runs needed of 2 balls. We're talking about the change of pace, but in this over he's sticking with those fast deliveries and going for runs. Saghir, no change in the field.
Yeah, there should be a change in the field. I feel they should get another fielder inside the circle. They're doing that now. That is very important. They need to stop this single from being taken. And even better, get a wicket here. Get a new man to come in and face the last delivery and get 2 runs. Saghir, once again, 2 runs required. That's played up actually over the fielder's head. And that'll run away towards the boundary. But they will, even if it doesn't run away towards the boundary, they'll complete a couple of runs. And a famous victory for Z Game strikers. The youngsters doing a brilliant job, making sure they win this game quite comfortably at the end. They've got 1 more ball to spare and 3 wickets in hand. Excellent effort from Shahid Bhutta. I think he was very sensible in his approach, making sure that he takes his team over the line.
Just clearing that fielder at covers, and with those couple of runs, Faisal Altaf winning the match for his team. Z Game strikers getting those 2 points. What an excellent match we have witnessed. Men in yellow, 7 districts. Last 2 overs, I think that just took away the game from them. Especially the way Shahid Bhutta batted, came in and got those quick boundaries. And Z Game strikers, 116 for the loss of 7. They're winning in 9.5 overs.
Oh yeah, some great batting by Safir Tariq as well. I think that impetus he provided in the last 2 overs before he got out, I think that helped them to achieve this target. And a brilliant victory for the youngsters. A good start for them to this tournament. Let's have a look at the batting card for Z Game Strikers. They didn't start off really well. All the three top players didn't get any runs. Shahrukh Amin, 19 of 7. Safir Tariq, he was brilliant, 34 of 20. Almost clinched the game in his presence, but after his wicket, I think it was Shahid Bhutta who did well. But for Khan Khalil, that innings of 24 of 12 deliveries, that also really helped them to get over the line.
So Hyder Ali, the captain, going for runs, though he has got a couple of wickets in his kitty. Mohammad Saghi, the fast bowler, it was clearly not his night here in Eden Gardens, just a wicket and 33 runs conceded in just 11 balls. Abdul Ghaffar, 2 overs 19, he was clearly the pick of the bowler, 3 wickets in his kitty and a wicket for Rais Ahmed. He bowled just single over and going for 3 runs. 8 extras has been conceded by 7 districts. In the end, Z Game Strikers winning the match by 3 wickets in hand.
Oh yeah, I think Rais Ahmed was the pick of the bowlers for me. He should have been given another over. Let's have a look at the highlights of how this innings panned out and how Z Game Strikers chased this down. It was a good start for the Z Game Strikers in the first deliveries. Kamran Atta got a boundary to start off the proceedings, but his wicket really opened up the doors, and they got some good wickets as well. All 3 top batters for Z Game Strikers couldn't get any runs, and they couldn't make an impact. But Ronak Panoli, I thought he was looking dangerous, but his wicket really shut the doors for Z Game Strikers. Shahrukh Amin got some streaky boundaries, but he had no partners at the end. They kept losing wickets at regular intervals, and that is really what pulled them back. Some good bowling at the top by 7 games. And Abdul Ghaffar was brilliant in his couple of overs, picking up 3 wickets. Safir Tariq and Furqan Khalil, they got a partnership built, and which is what really got them close to achieve that target. Furqan Khalil played some brilliant shots backward of point and through the covers that kept them, bringing them closer and closer to winning this game. That over from Abdul Ghaffar went for some runs, but he managed to pick up a wicket as well of Furqan Khalil. And that's where the pendulum really shifted once again in favor of the 7 districts. But that over from Rais Ahmed, that was a game-changing over. But I think Safir Tariq against Hyder Ali played some brilliant shots to get them closer to winning this game. And at the end, Shahid Bhutta hitting some good runs, some important runs in the last over to win this game quite comfortably at the end. Z Game Strikers doing a brilliant job. That's the match summary. 7 districts could get 114 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in their 10 overs. Rais Ahmed was brilliant. 51 of 20, 36 of 24 for Ataur Rahim. Mobeen Ali picked up a couple of wickets for the Z Game Strikers, and in reply, Z Games got 2,115 runs in 9.5 overs with a loss of 7 wickets. Safir Tariq was the main top scorer, 34 of 20 for him. Furqan Khalil, 24 of 12. Abdul Ghaffar picked up three wickets in his 2 overs, gave away 19 runs. Hyder Ali, the captain, was expensive as well, 25 in his 2 and picked up a couple of overs. At the end, the breaking news, then Z Game Strikers winning this game by 3 wickets. We'll head into a short break, and when we come back, it will be the post-match presentation with Faizan Khan.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 5. It was a topsy-turvy game between Z Games and, of course, 7 District. And finally, Z Games came on top. It was a brilliant effort coming in from the player of the match today. And this is the player of the match award going out to Safir Tariq, courtesy Mr. Iftikhar Ali, the match referee. Brilliant performance from Safir Tariq. They needed a platform. He provided it. 34 runs of 24 deliveries with 5 fours and a 6. Safir, you were absolutely amazing today. So क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में when the 4 wickets had gone down and ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद अब मैच हाथ से निकल गया.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक टू माय डियर अल्लाह. प्लानिंग ये थी सिर्फ कि क्रीज पे रहना है और अपनी जो बैटिंग है उसको एंजॉय करना है. जितना मैक्सिमम हो सके मैं क्रीज पे रहूं और बैट बॉल का वेट करूं ताकि उसमें मैं बाउंड्री ले सकूं और टीम के लिए अच्छा स्कोर टोटल कर सकूं.
कंपैरेटिवली स्लोअर इनिंग्स आपकी तरफ से देखने को मिली है आज, जबकि हमने देखा है कि आप इससे भी ज़्यादा कहीं तेज़ खेल लेते हैं. तो प्लान क्या था उस वक्त, क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में?
सिचुएशन ऐसी हो गई थी कि बैक टू बैक विकेट गिर गई थी, क्रीज पे होना ज़रूरी था. तो मैंने यही सोचा था कि एंड तक जाएंगे, 9-10 ओवर में इंशाल्लाह इसको कंप्लीट करें, क्योंकि 1 ओवर की गेम है. आप 1 ओवर अच्छा होता है तो टारगेट अचीव हो जाता है.
What a victory from you guys. I mean, you came from behind and surprised us all. So congratulations on that and great work, Safir.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was Safir Tariq, the man, the player of the match, the player of the moment here for match number 5. We'll be back with match number 6. It's going to be between Future Mattress and Ajman Heroes. We'll be right back. You stay tuned.